Good evening, cherished listeners and viewers. Welcome to another special live broadcast on radio and on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are honored to host Mr. Kurantin, a Ghanaian politician, public policy advocate, and presidential aspirant for what promises to be an insightful and engaging conversation. As Ghana continues to navigate important national conversations on governance, economic development, accountability, and the future of our democracy. Tonight's discussion offers an opportunity to hear directly from one of the country's political voices. We will explore his vision for Ghana, his perspective on the key challenges facing the nation, and the solutions he believes can move the country forward. We also encourage our listeners and viewers to be part of the discussion. Send us your comments and questions throughout the program, and we will do our best to include them during the live discussion. Stay tuned as we begin this important discussion with Mr. Kurantin. My name is P. Fresh, and this is the voice of the Diaspora live on Facebook, live on radio, and you can also listen live on modernghana.com. When you go to modernghana.com, just go to the radio station session and search for Fresh Radio Online. You can listen everywhere across the globe. Once again, my name is P. Fresh, and Mr. Kurantin is my guest. Good afternoon, Mr. Kurantin.
Yes, sir. Mr. P. Fresh, DJ P. Fresh.
It's been quite a long time, just about almost 4 years since we spoke on Fresh Radio Online.
Yep, yep. And I'm thankful that I'm back again, um, speaking to your guests across the world. Hopefully, we're able to communicate to them in a special way so they can understand the urgency of the moment.
Definitely. How are you feeling?
I feel awesome.
Great to hear a statesman is feeling awesome, and that is the most important thing because with such a person, all we need for you is good health and having a peace of mind to think for the country. Even though you are not in power, but behind the scenes, when I see the kind of ideas you have been pumping through the airwaves, it tells the kind of personality we will have in the future as a president. But let me ask you this: what is your relationship with President John Dramani Mahama?
He's my president, and I give him that regard. I don't agree with him with a lot of things, but once he's a president, we have to respect that honor. So that's as far as the relationship goes.
Okay, so you haven't met him in person one on one.
Oh, we've met. We had Chinese food many years ago when he came to New York. Um, yeah, he spent. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go into the details, but yeah, we have met. We have spent some time together many years ago, but that was before he became president.
Mm. Okay. I wish you can shift yourself a bit into the middle so you can be in the middle of the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I
How's
think
this?
I think it's better now. Great, great,
Okay.
great, great, great. So tell me, why do you want the president to resign? What's the problem?
Well, obviously you're not paying attention, but if you're paying attention, you would know that um, the country's messed up pretty badly. Everything he said he was going to do, from
Fresh Radio
to
Online.
24-hour economy to Galamsey, eradicating Galamsey, to giving the youth jobs, to making Ghana a safe place, um, it hasn't happened. So no jobs in Kukonkitinkitin is pepper soup. Galamsey is still running wild. Um, we flooding everywhere. We drowning. We dying. When he gave a promise, in 2015 that he was going to fix the problem. The problem has not been fixed. And he hasn't been able to tell us why it hasn't been fixed.
Mm.
So that's why he needs to resign, because he's not leading the country. He's just presiding over a failed state. That's all.
Is there anything positive you say President Mahama and the NDC government has done since they resumed office in 2024? It's
It's
been
very
about 1.5
difficult to
years
say
since
that.
they were in power. Is there anything positive you can talk
Listen,
about?
well, listen, it's very difficult for me personally to say that. And let me tell you why. Because I go by specifics. There is a specific matrix. The job of a president is to develop a nation.
Mm.
Okay?
Who's that? Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Please, who is this?
Yeah, my name is Sharp.
Oh, can you please leave the guest to talk? All right. Unfortunately, there is an incident. Uh, I
Can
think
you hear me?
one of your team members logged in, wanted to monitor or something, so it got you out.
But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. P. Fresh, a couple of things. So, in developing a nation, if that's what Mr. Muhammad to do, which we all, well, I didn't vote for him, but a majority of Ghanaians voted for him to come and do. We expect him to do the things that make a country developed. Okay, and I'll tell you, and you can make note of these things, and you tell me if he has fared, how he has fared in these things. Okay, so housing, healthcare,
Hmm.
meaningful employment,
Fresh
relevant
Radio
education,
Online.
telecommunication, transportation, security, leisure, markets, and a functional central business district.
Mm.
So I'm not going to give the president, I'm not going to evaluate him over 1.5 years. I'm going to evaluate him over 33 years. Him and all the other presidents who came to power in Ghana. Tell me which one of these 10 things they have been able to do well. Tell me. I just gave you the metrics for development of a nation. So you tell me out of these 10 things what they have actually done well that Ghanaians are enjoying from.
Yeah, I
P.
understand
Fresh,
how
are
your
you there?
metrics. I understand how your metrics are based on, but there are a number of things we can also speak to. Example, the IMF bailout from the extended credit facility, the stability of the
Mhm.
CD against some of the major trading currencies, and a number of stuff we can talk about. Does that one mean
Okay,
something to
so
you?
a couple of things. When you have a credit card and you pay off your credit card, now my background is in finance. I'm a was a financial consultant.
Mm.
So it's good to pay off your credit card. But if you pay off your credit card without having any savings, chances are when you run into an emergency, you will be going back to your credit card. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have paid the IMF off, the new word on the street is they want to secure a $350 million loan for the big push, for the 24-hour economy, for everything else that they want to do. Did you hear that?
Tell me
Be
more.
fresh. You with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Be fresh. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you. All right, we're live on Fresh Radio Online. This is the voice of the Diaspora, and I'm here with Mr. Crantain, one of the voices you always want to hear. He is full of ideas and a presidential aspirant, and he is live on the voice of the Diaspora. Okay, so I was hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. You went static.
Oh,
So did you hear my explanation? What I gave, what I just said. Did you
yes.
hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So now they're going for $350 million. They're going back to the same people they paid off. So it's like taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps backwards. Have you done anything positive? You paid off the loan, that was good, but now you're going back for a loan. See, you didn't talk about that. So that takes care of the IMF. Now, you talked about, what else did you say? You said they
Stability
not
of the
only
city against some of the major trading
okay.
currencies.
All right. So when you pump foreign exchange reserves into a forex market in an attempt to have liquidity for imports, and it's not done by building your local infrastructure in industries, you haven't done anything. And let me explain it to you. Foreign exchange reserves for any country should be generated internally, inside the country. You don't manufacture foreign exchange reserves from outside of a country in, because there is a price to pay for it. Do you understand that?
Mm.
Okay, so when Sami Gemfi gets the small scale mining companies to give him gold, and he takes it to Abu Dhabi and Dubai to make that gold into dollars. He sells it, he gets dollars, and he pumps that money into our forex market. Number one, the people who go and take the money from consumer banking systems in Ghana are mostly not Ghanaians. They are foreigners who own businesses in Ghana.
Mm.
Most of the consumer goods, consumer companies are owned by foreigners. Did you know that? So now, hear me out. You put the dollars into our banks. Foreigners go and take it and import more stuff for Ghanaians to buy. And then when they make a profit, they take the money and they send it outside and keep the money outside of Ghana. So every month you have to liquidate small gold into forex to put it into the system so people could take and import more things. Now, this could have been handled if we had local industries thriving. Because if local industries are
Fresh
thriving,
Radio Online.
then P Fresh, you don't need to go and melt our gold in Abu Dhabi to get dollars and put it in a forex market. Because if we're producing things, I'll give you an example. Last year, we 5.12 million things from over 200 countries. 5.12 things. Million. 5.12 million things from over 200 countries. Now, all these 5.12 million things could have been companies in Ghana. Now, if these companies were established in Ghana and employed Ghanaians, then we would not need to go and get forex money, give it to the importers for them to go and get the stuff outside of Ghana and bring it into Ghana, because the things are being made in Ghana for Ghanaians, by Ghanaians. Do you understand that?
Mm.
So you don't solve a problem by converting gold, which costs a lot of money. And the reason why it costs a lot of money is it's messing up our lands, killing our people, causing havoc and destruction to our forests and our environment, just for money that you don't even get to own. Only foreigners get to own it because they own all the companies. You see? So a better way would be to build local industries and produce the things that you import from all the over 200 countries, so we wouldn't have to rely on the dollar. Because if things are made in Ghana, the Ghanaians will buy it with cedis. We don't need dollars to go and import it from a global consumer market. Do you understand that? P Fresh, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm following your lead.
But I want you to tell me, oh, Kofi, you're not making sense on this one. I disagree with you. Do you
I,
disagree?
I don't disagree with you. I'm just following
Okay.
you so that if I have a question, I will ask you again.
Okay. So, and the reason why I say that is because, you know what, P Fresh, um, to me, it doesn't make any kind of sense, and it's not helping the Ghana economy.
Mm.
And I want to prove to you why I will not give them a pass. I'll give them a fail, because you see, a lot of Ghanaians don't even understand what's going on. So they 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 can't talk about it because they don't understand the dynamics of what's happening economically.
Mm.
But doesn't it make sense for us to have our own companies in Ghana, for us to be producing for ourselves? Yes or no?
Yes, but are you also aware that the cocoa they are in a process of processing the cocoa? I think the larger part of it in Ghana. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am. But that's what they should have been doing since the 50s.
Yeah. So we are speaking to 1.5 year of Mahama and the NDC. Um, I know a lot of administrations have passed, and then a lot of things went under the carpet. But we are talking about the 1.5 year, the new coming of President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. It's exactly where my point is. So that's
Yeah,
why I
but P
asked
Fresh,
you. Yes.
I understand. But P Fresh, my point is, Mahama is not a newcomer to this game. So you're giving him a slate that, oh, you know what, Mahama has just been here 1.5 years. So how are you evaluating him? This is his third time. So he doesn't get any breaks because he knows this thing. He's been an assemblyman. He's been a parliamentarian. He's been a minister. He's been a vice president. He's been a president. And he's come around. This will be his third term. Are you with me? So you cannot give a person like that breaks that, oh, well, this is his first 1.5 years. He's been at this thing for a while.
So tell me, what would you have done differently from all the things you've said? What will you have done differently if you were the president and in charge now?
Okay, what I would do differently is number one, understand what we're coming into. The infrastructure for Ghana has to be totally demolished for a new Ghana to be built. Period.
When you say demolished, what do you mean?
What I mean is, we don't have systems. We need to change the constitution. We need to make sure that we eradicate corruption. Because you see, no matter how good a system is, if it's hemorrhaging, it's leaking. If you bring money in and the money goes into a bucket and a bucket has a leak, you haven't done anything. You have to fix the leak first and then put water in a bucket. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Okay, President Mahama has not fixed the leaks that we have in the Ghana system. So it's a waste of time, everything he does, because it will go back to zero.
But are you also aware that there is a reform, constitutional reform, which is underway? They are, I think they are in the process of reviewing and
Yeah.
make it happen.
Okay. So
Are you also
first,
aware of that one?
we don't need a constitutional review because we already have a constitutional review, and we've had a constitutional review since Atta Mills's first term. Why do you need another review? It's the same constitution, it hasn't changed.
But it wasn't implemented
So-
after the review.
Exactly. So why do you need another review? You just need to implement it. Am I making sense? If listen, if you have a sick patient and you call in a doctor and a doctor comes in and does their review and they say this patient is sick with A and B and C. This is what you need for the patient to get well. You brought in a doctor who you trusted, who's totally qualified. They gave you a prescription of what needs to be done. You bring in another doctor, they tell you the same thing. The doctor goes away, you go get another doctor, they tell you the same thing. What are you doing? Why don't you just get the prescription that the first doctor gave you and apply it for the patient to get well? By you waiting, the patient has deteriorated in health. So now it's even more difficult to get the patient to be fully healthy because the Ghana system has gone backwards. It hasn't gone forward. We've lost more money. The Auditor General just released their report last week, and they're telling us between March of 2025 and December of 2025, the Mahama government has hemorrhaged $5.27 billion. Now, you hemorrhage $5.2 billion and you go ask for IMF for $350 million. Does that make sense to you? Tell me. This is strict numbers, not my numbers, their numbers. So tell me how that can be sensible. So obviously you didn't fix the problem. So you come in and you say, hey, you're going to do a constitutional review. We already have a review. We know what needs to be changed. Even President Rawlings, before he died, said this constitution needs to change because he realizes that it's not helping Ghana. Nobody's changed it. They come and they dance around, they kiss around it, they don't do anything, and they go. If they wanted a constitutional change, that should be the first thing on the agenda when they came in. They've been here 1.5 years, they haven't done anything. So I don't think they're serious. President Mahama came to Worcester, Massachusetts, in America, September 2014, and promised that he was going to implement Representation of the People's Amendment Act in the Constitution. Did he do it? No, he didn't. 2014, We 12 years on, and it still hasn't been done. So when you tell me about President Mahama is reviewing the Constitution, it's a waste of time. We know what's wrong with the Constitution. Why do you need another review? It's just a tactic to waste time and make Ghanaians think that we want to do something. They don't want to do anything.
Mm.
If you want to change Article 71 and ex gratia, which you know is putting an extra burden on the economic state of Ghana, why do you need a review? You know it's bad. You've talked about it. Why do you need a review to tell me to take away something that you know is bad? Tell me, P. Fresh.
Mm.
You can't answer that.
Okay, we're still live on Fresh Radio Online. This is the voice of the
Yeah, that's
diaspora.
all
I
you
have
can say.
Mr.
We still like
Kranting live right here, and then we are talking about some really, really important issue about Ghana. And then these are the issues when critically taken care of, Ghana is going to move forward. We've spoken about the constitutional review, which Mr. Cranton thinks that the NDC is doing nothing about. And let's move on to corruption. You know, one of the things Ghanaians told Mahama was, when you come, try and fight
you
corruption.
can't try with corruption. You don't try with corruption. You take it out. You
Okay,
don't try and kill somebody, you kill them.
okay.
Because
But,
trying doesn't get the job done.
wait. Let's look at this one. Mahama has taxed people to take care of corrupt government officials, past government officials. And then I have seen a number of them taken to the Iyoko and is it what was that institution again? The police headquarters and all
Right?
that. And then
Mhm.
a lot of
CID.
Ghanaians are protesting for the same people that they spoke about to be prosecuted or money to be retrieved or whatever they stole to be taken back from them. The same people, when they are taken to the police headquarters or Iyoko or whatever security agencies, and Ghanaians are protesting for these people, does that give the confidence to the government to fight the corruption they spoke about?
You were a stupid government if you listen to the people about something you know is good for the people. You're stupid.
Mm.
If you have to do something for your people to make the country better, that's why they voted for you. You just get it done. You don't worry about people's emotional attachments to a decision that you're making. Not Ghanaians. Don't say Ghanaians are in disagreement or protesting. Ghanaians are not protesting. A few people who are benefiting from these criminal acts of these people, specific people, are the ones who have forced people to go there and protest. Most of these people who protest and don't even know what the heck they're there for. They get paid money and they go there and they protest. If you ask them exactly why are you protesting, they won't be able to tell you. We've seen it on television. Have you not? And plus, another thing, for you to be able to string people who you deem as criminal, you have to take care of your own house first. Are you telling me there are no criminals in the NDC? See, if Mr. Mahama strung everybody in the NDC who have been involved in corruption, it will give him the moral power and ticket to go after the MPP, right or wrong. But you cannot go after the MPP when you haven't taken care of the people who are criminals in your own house.
Can you point one specific government appointee who has been named into a corrupt allegation in this current government?
Well, for listen, for starters, I'll give you the most recent one, Akupon Kitinkiti. Akukon Kitinkiti, the Minister for Food and Agriculture is saying, hey, they ate the Nkukon Kitinkiti. You know how much money was invested in the Nkukon Kitinkiti program? For a minister to come and tell you that, hey, we people are developing local palate for the Nkuko, so it's okay for them to eat them. Or, hey, people send me videos. Show me that, oh, you know what, Honorable, we're enjoying this Nkuko Kiti Kiti, and you think it's okay? The minister should be fired because obviously he didn't implement the program properly. So if you go out, we saw Sami Jemfi gave a bunch of dollars to Agrada. Did you not see that video? Sami Jemfi was not fired. So when you are president and you mean business and you cannot take care of situations like this with absolute certainty, you're not ready for clean the house. Because all these instances, if I were president, Sami Jemfi would have been fired on that. The agric minister would have been fired. You with me?
Mm.
The minister for sports, I would fire him for the nonsense that happened with the GFA. It was an embarrassment. Payments changing hands, people, he would have been gone. So if you want to really take care of MPP, you have to show to the world that you mean business. Do you think President Mahama has shown to the world that he means business? I don't think so. What happened to the people who stole the $200 million from Saglame? Okay, Kofi, you can't say that because they weren't proven guilty. Okay, we gave you 200 million to put up 5,000 units. You put up 1,500 units, and the units are not even ready to be moved in. Where's the rest of the money? We can't tell you. Where are the rest of the units? Well, we didn't build them. And then you acquit all of them, and you say it's okay. You don't see any wrongdoing with that. And Ghanaians are down $200 million minus whatever amount they spend for the 1,500 buildings. You don't see anything wrong with that. What happened with Opuni and Cocoa Marketing Board? He was acquitted. You don't see anything wrong with that. Wow. These are all instances that President Muhammad should have moved definitively in curing these things. He didn't. He acquitted. Everybody's walking the streets. Woyome is still walking the street, right? You remember Woyome. Nothing has happened. And it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And you cannot tell me this is a serious president.
Yeah. With the issue with Opuni, I think at the time of the NPP, a lot of evidences came out to be that he actually wasn't wrong. He didn't do any wrong thing because
NPP and NDC are the same. So where's the money?
And
if you tell me they didn't do anything wrong, so you have to show me the money. Saglame, where's the 200 million? They didn't do anything wrong. You cannot say that just because somebody says they didn't do anything wrong, or you're able to prove that they didn't do anything wrong, you let them go. Well, okay, we'll let you go, but where's the money? Be fresh.
This is interesting.
This is how you run your studio?
Absolutely no. I'm just asking questions,
okay,
and yes.
For your studio is absolutely no. I like the way you say that. But for government, it's okay.
I'm asking the questions. I'm asking what is in the public domain.
Okay, do you understand me now?
Yes, I do understand you. But you know, as an interviewer, there are a lot of angles I have to also come from. I don't just have to sit there
with the angles. I have your answers for you. Just come with the angles.
I'm right here with Kofi Cranton. This is Voice of the Diaspora live on Fresh Radio online here in Germany. My name is P Fresh, so you can put your comments right on Facebook and also send it to our numbers. Any of our numbers that send your comments right there and leave it also on our page on Facebook. You can also listen live on modernghana.com. When you go to modernghana.com, search for radio stations in Germany and Fresh Radio Online. Voila. Here we go. Let's look at the fight against Galamsey. Has it been effective so far?
It's been an abysmal failure.
But
And if the president should resign, matter of fact, he should be impeached. Okay, it's been an abysmal failure. People are dying left and right. Listen, if you kill somebody, is that a crime? Yes or no?
Yes.
The president is responsible for a lot of deaths in Ghana. The flood is one, Galamsey is two, and he's walking free. He should be arrested.
Mm.
Because
So
he knows
so
exactly
why haven't you taken the lead for people to follow? If I think somebody like you should be the one letting people understand or Ghanaian understand that okay, with this you can impeach the president and this is the process. Why don't you take the lead and you are still
Oh, listen, we have been at the forefront of a lot of demonstrations, and we have put our views across, but the youth are not ready to push in that direction. You see? And plus, that's why we have an opposition government. If the opposition government doesn't do what they're supposed to do, then maybe we don't need an opposition government. Okay? And people are dying from Galamsey. People are having birth defects. We know. We don't have water, potable water. Ghana Water Company is spending billions in cleaning out the metals, heavy metals and arsenic and mercury from their water before it comes to Ghanaians. The president doesn't know that. This is a national security issue. What has he done? He has come out and publicly accepted that even NDC people are doing Galamsey. Have you not heard him? Be fresh. Have you heard the president or you haven't heard him?
yeah, he made such a comment. Yeah, I've heard him before.
Okay, good.
That he cannot
So
lie
now,
or
so
hide
now
it.
let's go through.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go through it. The machines that come for the Galamsey, how does it get into Ghana? Does it not come through the Ghana ports?
Of course.
Who controls the Ghana ports?
The government.
Who does? Be fresh. Are you with me?
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. So I'm listening to everything you are saying.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Be fresh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you also hear me? All right. This is Fresh Radio Online. This is the Voice of the Diaspora.